Hello, everyone. Welcome to our show. I want to welcome back someone who's become a dear friend of mine over the last 200 or 300 years.
At least.
His name is Dick Liersch, and I'm gonna go turn on this light over here. I forgot, so I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'm going to
I'll be
close.
right back. Yeah, let me do that. Okay. Ugh. Yeah, okay, that's that makes ow, 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 ow. Bent my knee. Wow, that hurts. Ouch. My God, does that hurt? Oh Lord Jesus. Ugh. Yeah, so we ought to do this more often, man. You're fun. You look really good today. What is going on? Are you in a different
Well,
location or did
a
you
lot of makeup. I use a lot
get
of my wife's
signed with
makeup. I
the
just
football
smear it
team or
on.
what?
I keep smearing her makeup on until no.
Yeah.
No,
You're
hitting 84, you just don't get
you're
you know the results,
crazy as
desired
crazy as
results.
I am. So,
So
folks, today we're gonna just talk shop, just
okay,
things that behind the scenes TV production stuff, and just we're just gonna chatter as friends and stuff. We're gonna do more shows like this because Richard is a very dear friend, and his wife. I'm glad he put his wife's name up on the screen so I could cheat and pretend that I remember what it is. Her her name is Elaine.
I put it on the
I've
screen there.
talked to
That way I know who she is too. Yeah.
her.
I usually have her wear a name
so,
tag.
so,
I
so,
am.
Richard,
Hello, my name is Elaine.
I did want to mention,
No,
among other things, that we're working on a TV show in which
yeah,
Linnea
Linnea,
Byrne
right?
will be reading section 2 of your story, My Angel in the Crowd. Have you talked to Linnea yet
No, I haven't had a chance
about
to.
that?
No, I was hoping
Okay.
you'd be in contact with her and let her know, give her the heads up, and then I'll call her. What is she? Did you contact her yet, or what?
I did. I contacted her and I a few days ago already, and I asked her to be on the show as herself. She's
Uh-huh.
as you know, but the audience doesn't, that she's a young lady living in New York City trying to become an actress, and she wrote me back an email today, in fact just a few minutes before you and I went on air, and
Mm-hmm.
she said, well, I haven't done much yet in the actor space, and she might get a part-time job and all that, so I want to make sure and encourage her more. I have other friends in well, couple lady friends in New York City, friends. So I may try to do that, but yeah, you don't. Do you want me to? Well, I may have even mentioned it to her, so you might call her. Uh,
I shall.
you want to call her now? Yeah, that would make a good part of the show,
She's
wouldn't it,
working.
or
She's
not?
working during. She works during the day at a very
Oh, what
exclusive.
does she do? What does she do?
She works on the main street in downtown New York for a highly exclusive restaurant there. And it's one
Really?
of these, yeah, it's a card carrying restaurant where actors, actresses, producers, and a lot of other top shelf people eat. And
Oh,
and she could lose her job even if she tells them that she's an actress.
oh, God help us all.
Yeah,
Okay.
really,
Well,
it's amazing.
sure. But hopefully they'll never see this.
Yeah,
I doubt if they will, but yeah.
she's quite happy with the job, but I think she wants to get
That's,
into.
that's a shame, though, that people have to do stuff in life, to just get by. Just
Yeah,
God help us.
I've
Not
got
just
lots to
that.
tell you. As
Okay,
far
well,
as
we've got lots of time, so maybe we'll do 2 or 3 shows. That
whatever,
would
I'm
be,
here.
yeah, no, I mean, I'm gonna be doing, I'll be honest, I'm gonna be doing little things on the computer that I forgot, and I want you to I want to introduce you to some of my stuffed animals.
Okay.
I only have 3 so far here, but a long 20, 30 years ago, I had a whole big family, really large group of stuffed animals. I just have a thing. I love them. But can you go back and tell us about the heating situation in your house again, please? I
The
know you
what?
mentioned it once. You mentioned a few minutes ago when we were just on the phone only
Mhm.
that you have a heating. You use 3
Oh
different
yeah,
methods for heating your house.
yeah, yeah.
You
Well,
guys
here
have a ranch with how much land?
we've got about 2 acres, and we're surrounded by about a mile of country land around us. So
Huh,
one
okay.
way I can look straight out in the field across the street there for a mile, and it's
Okay. You can see Russia or what?
yeah, right off the edge of the earth.
You
You know,
remember when Sarah Palin said that? I could
oh,
see
boy,
Russia from my house.
you know, about 6 miles west east of here. If I keep going east, my head would float because I'd be right in Lake Michigan. So it doesn't
Mm,
take more than 5 minutes or so, and we
okay.
are right at the beautiful Lake Michigan here in a town called Port Washington,
Now
and so
you're
we're
in Wisconsin or Minnesota?
Wisconsin,
And
and
is
really,
Wisconsin is Minnesota west of Wisconsin?
yeah, it's just northwest of here. So we get a lot of the
Okay.
weather that it comes down from Canada, pushes
Yeah.
through Minnesota, and then into Wisconsin. This morning, I was going to tell you the temperature that we were observing with the wind would be 19 below zero.
Jeez.
You go outside, you throw a cup of water out, it'll freeze practically in the air.
Yeah,
And
no, I believe it. I've seen it on TikTok, which of course is getting banned soon, but oh
and
Lord. So yeah, so okay.
yeah, we have little kitty cats that we feed out here, make sure
Mm,
that they're always fed and warm. We don't have any in the house, but lots of cats have visited us. And you put the water out for them to drink, and you always make cold water, and you look back in the water and it's frozen, and in no time at all, it's frozen solid.
So how do you do, like when we had cats, when I lived in Ohio, we had 31 cats
Mm-hmm.
and we put them in my dad had a camper shell, but it wasn't a full camper shell. It was just kind of like one of those old fashioned shells that just met with the roof line of the truck. And he would put that on the ground with the hay on the ground, and they lived in there. How do you
Yeah,
guys do it to keep from freezing to
we
death?
do the same thing. We have an outbuilding, have loaded that up with hay. And the nice
Okay.
thing is the farmers cut all the hay. The farmers cut all the hay, so we just get it out of the field, put it in the building there for them, and then we do have about couple, maybe about a block away. We have another home, and this guy runs a huge
Okay.
company, and he's got an outbuilding, and so they visit that too. So then they come across the street. And so
All
we like
right.
animals. We've had horses, we've had dogs, we've had you name it.
All right.
We're animal people.
All right.
I mean, you.
We didn't have 2 acres. We had 2/3 of 1 acre. But my
Oh,
grandfather used to have 44 acres in Kentucky. That was, you know, many, many years ago. But
our across the river from us, our my great uncles, they had 80 acres over there, and
wow.
they farmed it in the 1860s and 70s.
Okay. What did they grow?
Basically wheat.
Wheat.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a big
So,
common product around here.
okay.
Soybean, sometimes soybean, and a lot of corn.
Oh,
And
a lot of corn. Okay,
oh
because
yeah,
Ohio has a lot of corn, and my stepmother, may she rest in peace, is from Nebraska, and they raised wheat there. Her father was part of a wheat cooperative, so that because all the farmers couldn't afford the whatever it was, a wheat harvesting machine or whatever, so they went in together and bought one, and then they would just help each other harvest the wheat. That's what she told us. And then the ladies, this was back in the 40s and 30s, but
mhm.
the ladies would go to each kitchen with the men, and they would make a gigantic meal to feed all the men, and they would be out in the field harvesting the wheat.
We
So,
have we have this farmer that owns the land across from us. There, he brings helicopters in to spray, and that's something to see them come really right over the house, to make a
huh?
U-turn, go the other way, and with these long arms, and they're spraying to keep the weeds down.
Yeah,
And the farmer actually asked me if I wanted to go along with them when they were combining, cutting it down. And he pushed a button on next to the steering wheel, and he never touched the steering wheel. It was all done by
huh?
by computer from the cloud up in the sky. It was
All right. I
all
don't.
done
I
remote.
didn't even know they could. I knew they were automating agriculture, but I didn't realize to that extent. Boy,
Yeah, he does GPS on every farm field. Well, it just pushes a button for each farm field.
jeez.
So, yeah, I do. I've done over the years. I've done hours and hours and hours of video uh, with this farm equipment, because I was figuring on using it in a film that I'm doing.
Did
And
you did you
so,
ever publish that film or not?
no, I have a lot of what you call B-roll, and I'm
Yeah,
working on
yeah.
a film right now.
Okay.
Um,
Tell us about it. We're
I got to
here to
tell you
talk
about
to
this
each
one.
other. Tell
You
me
might get a
tell me
kick out of
about it.
this. I'm kind of giving it away. I
All
hope
right.
nobody else gets the idea, but uh,
Nobody's gonna. Yeah.
so anyway, I'm copywriting it. But what it is, it's a story about my wife and I have a collection of cars. Over the years, I've had over 200
Okay.
cars of different types and sizes. She took a,
Right. Right. Right.
and so the last one we have out here, we have an old Toyota Camry. She will not part with the 1975 uh, Toyota Camry, and it has 53,000 miles on it.
Okay.
And so,
Wow.
I mean, I resurrected it from the ground up many times. And so I decided to do a film on it.
Okay.
And the film is of her taking the car to the junkyard to be crushed.
Huh.
And yeah, so there's the script. Yeah, I mean, it is
Okay.
long. Right?
Oh
And
my goodness.
it's the story about the car talking to her about trying to talk her out of crushing.
Good. That's
So,
great. That's fun.
I mean, the whole thing
Okay.
is she's driving in the car to the junkyard, and all of a sudden the car radio comes on. It says, let's see, taking a lead line here. It says here, um, he says, I want to do this alone. He says, and then he starts out, he says, I can't believe this is our last ride together. It comes out of the radio. She said, what's that? And it's all done on video. I've
Oh,
done, and and you have no idea what it's like to train your wife who is not one to be in front of a camera, television camera, play along with all these different scenes.
okay.
And she did it. She did it.
Wow.
And so the way the car goes, it starts. It's because he says really quickly. It says, "It's me, your car speaking to you. Take it easy. Don't panic." here's how this works. You do the thinking and I'll do the talking. Just drive and we'll have our last conversation together.
Oh,
She's looking, and I got her through the front window with a surprise on her face, catching onto the steering wheel. And so
yeah.
she's got look, and she says, "You're not losing your mind. It's hard to believe I'm heading to the crusher. My engine clunks, my transmission is slipping, salt is eating away at my undersides. I squeak on my bumps. I know I'm not perfect, but in one way, I understand things. But good God, goodbyes are the worst. For most people, letting go. He says, for most people, letting go is one of the most difficult things in life. Other people's possessions, but parting company with me? Are you sure you want to do that? So that's his introduction. And then when you put it out on film, and we use a Hollywood uh,
Yeah, back to back green screen or whatever. Yeah.
oh, it takes weeks. So anyway,
Did you? How much of it have you shot already?
we shot the film, but it's the editing that's taking forever because we're putting music in the bottom.
Okay. Is
And
someone
then,
actively editing it?
yeah, I have a buddy. He just retired from
Okay.
a huge corporation. He was the head of a big corporation. He retired. So we try and do it in person, but we can do it on Zoom also. We have,
Okay.
yeah. So we split the screen. We're doing all of this. And so I interject scenes from where we're taking the car. And the car is saying, she's saying, remember this and remember that. And he says, yeah. And there's pictures
Oh
of
my God.
I'm shooting pictures of the kids on swings and dropping it in and this music. And then at the end of the movie, believe this or not, Mark,
Okay, go ahead.
10 miles north of here, there is an auto junkyard, a reclamation place. And you talk about, how we met and how people meet, it's always this per chance thing. I go in there and I said, I have taken probably about 10 of my cars to this place. I said, do you
Okay.
by any chance know of anybody that crushes cars? And the guy
Okay.
says, yes, we crush cars. I said, perfect. I said, could you tell me when you're going to crush a white car? He says, we're going to be crushing a white car in 5 minutes from now.
Oh,
Yeah,
geez.
break. I said, are you serious? He says, yeah. He said,
Talk
he said,
about surreptitious or
yeah, my whole life has been like this. So I go back
serendipitous.
there and it shows a fart going into a car, like just like ours, into the side
Yeah,
of it,
yeah, yeah. Yeah,
up
yeah.
into the thing, and pushes the car flat out. And I see,
Oh, Lord.
and he says, how's that for your video camera? Got it all done on video. And then it shows it taking this flattened car away and putting on a stack of other cars, all done for me at the ending. I'm not going to tell you the ending
No,
because the
no,
cars,
no. But
the cars been,
how many hours of film did you shoot for this?
I would say 2 hours, back and
2
forth
hours.
because yeah, 2 hours I'd say because you have to pick out the right picture, the right scenes,
Right, 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 right.
and your
And then
imagination.
how long do you hope the finished film is?
The film will be what they call a short, a 10-minute short,
Okay, good.
and it
And
it um it should be a
what's
lot of
the
fun to put that together and
what,
study on
what's
it.
the name of the film?
Crush. The name of
Okay.
the
I
name
love
of
it. I love it. Give us your give us your contact information before we get done here.
okay.
What contact information would you like the audience to have?
Well, it isn't put up there yet. I can put it up on uh, Richard Liersch at if you're on YouTube, it's Richard Liersch at Richard Liersch. That's it. I just started that one up.
Okay, and that's Richard Liersch at richardliersch.com.
No, it's just on. If you go to YouTube, just put in Richard
Oh,
Liersch
okay.
at
Okay.
Richard Liersch, and it's spelled Liersch.
So it's Richard Liersch at Richard Liersch.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
and the
it.
film is
Yeah.
what's up
And
on your YouTube channel so far?
what it is there, I've located. I'm putting as I go along. I'm putting in life stories of people that I've interviewed,
Okay.
and I've
How
done over
many? Go ahead.
200.
You've done over 200. How many are up on YouTube as of yet?
I just put a handful up there now. Recently, I got about 4 or 5 on there. I've done
Okay.
World War II people, lady, I think.
Uh,
And then also on my website, there's oh, and I got to tell you, my website's going to disappear very soon.
Oh,
Well, not
because
for the
somebody else is taking over the My Legacy
I'm giving
project, right? My Living Legacy. Somebody else is taking it over.
a company out east, a
Now,
large
are they
company.
going to keep the same website or are they going to redo the website?
They're going to redo the whole thing
Are they going to keep the
from.
name My Living Legacy or not?
I have to give that up. And the
No,
way
but
it
are
works,
they going to use it so our audience could look for that phrase,
yes, it'll
My
be
Living Legacy? Okay, and
mylivinglegacy.net.
are they gonna credit you as being the original founder of that project?
Yes,
Thank you,
yes.
Jesus. Good.
Yeah,
All
and the
right.
thing is with them, they're going to take it to a new level. They want to take it to ancestry.com.
Yeah, no,
You
you've
and
said,
me,
yeah. Are they gonna they're not gonna remunerate you in any way, you said, right?
yes, I will. Here's how that works.
I hope you get a
They
little
asked me if I
something.
wanted. Here's the question I had and I had to make a hard decision here. What
Okay.
happened in life is I watched my dad go through uh, fortune. I mean, more than you can
No,
imagine
no,
numbers.
I
At any
know.
rate, so he lost a lot in business, so and partnerships. So they asked me if I wanted to be a partner in this company, and they
Right.
would take 60, 20, and 20. So I
Okay.
said, I can't be a partner. I said, I watched my dad, and you learn your
Right.
lesson. You learn your lesson by observing people.
No, I understand. So,
So
so
they
what
offered,
arrangement did you guys come up with?
in fact, they're going to email me this week, and what it will
Okay.
be is they will offer me like I'll be like a part owner of the company, a legal owner of the company, a 20,
Okay.
so I'll get 20% of whatever they make.
Okay. Got it. All
And
right. So I'm gonna have to. What we're gonna do here, Richard, is we're gonna wrap this show up, but then
mhm.
we're gonna do another show.
Okay,
Okay.
can
But
you link it right back? Go ahead.
yeah. And by the way, remind me to send you all your shows if I haven't already. I
Okay.
hope I have. I just don't want to forget. So what I'm going to do is wrap this show. Then we're going to turn off the Zoom because it needs to clearly delineate between shows.
Yes.
I've had a problem with that in the past. And then we'll come back on in 5 minutes, 7 minutes,
I
more or
think
less.
they've
And
changed it now to 10 minutes. Zoom has changed it to 10 minutes. I think no.
we'll work on that later because we're misunderstanding each other.
Oh,
Ladies and
well, that's good.
gentlemen, we're going to wrap our show. This is my dear friend Richard Liersch, and he's just divine. And we're going to do another show here in another few minutes. And we love you guys, and just thanks for being in touch. Talk to you soon.
Give me a call.